Speaking of Facebook, most of us use social media like Facebook and Twitter every day, and lawyers are now using it as key evidence in some cases.
7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash explains how what we all post online can actually influence a judge's decision.
Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, just some of the ways we make our private lives public. But now more than ever, social media is also finding its way into the courtroom as evidence.
It's pretty conclusive. And that's the type of thing that forces settlements.
Henry Gornbein is a family law attorney in Bloomfield Hills. He's been in the business 40 years.
I've had other cases where my client, the wife in this situation, found out that her husband was having an affair by Facebook pictures, and this is happening more and more frequently.
Experts say social media profiles can reveal a lot: a person's state of mind, evidence of communication, time, place, and actions.
Some attorneys will tell people, turn off your Facebook account, don't post, don't email. I don't go to that extreme, but I will tell people, be careful. Anything you say or do, it's like you're under a microscope during this divorce process. So anything that happens can be fair game.
A California law firm recently released a study on how social media can provide smoking gun evidence in court. Among its examples, a woman who was getting $850 a month in alimony because she was supposedly disabled in an accident. But a few years later, her ex found pictures of her online belly dancing. The judge denied her lifetime spousal support.
With Twitter and Facebook and that type of thing, it's really given a lot of fodder for the litigation canon.
Carmen Moyer is a family law attorney in Farmington Hills. A few years ago, she was on the receiving end of a social media surprise. Moyer's client lived in Michigan with her live-in boyfriend, but took their child and moved to California after claiming abuse. And then when they went to court regarding custody issues,
The other attorney had the wherewithal to get a Facebook page where she had been corresponding and posting about a prior boyfriend, and it appeared that that was the reason she had left for California.
her client stood by her claim, but in the end, the child was ordered returned to Michigan, and Moyer's client stayed in California.
It wasn't based on that particular piece of evidence, but that's just an example of how, a Facebook page can be helpful in swaying the judge in one way or another, or at the very least, their view of your client.
Moyer says social media sites can be huge sources of information, especially in cases of infidelity, but it can also be useful in negotiations, child support, or alimony when income can come into question. Bottom line, social media evidence in litigation seems to be trending a lot more these days.
Just be aware that once you put it out there, it's out there.
Use discretion, use judgment, and too often people don't. That's why more and more people come to see me, I'm sad to say.
I'm Anu Prakash, 7 Action News.